Nation pays tributes to Baba Sahib Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar on his 125th birth anniversary. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch a 11-day Gram Uday Se Bharat Uday Abhiyan at Mau in Madhya Pradesh today. Prime Minister will also launch a portal of e-mandis to enable farmers to get better price of their produce. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the 3-day Maritime India Summit in Mumbai today. The summit will focus on attracting investments and reducing logistics cost, apart from creating employment opportunities in maritime sector. The event will have participation of delegates, CEOs and speakers from 41 countries. For the first time, United Nations observed the birth anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The 125th birth anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was commemorated at the UN headquarters in New York by the Permanent Mission of India to the UN. A panel discussion was held on the theme Combating Inequalities for the Achievement of Sustainable Development Goals, with the objective of raising awareness on the importance of addressing all forms of inequality. Election Commission team will visit Kolkata today to review poll preparations in West Bengal for the second phase of polling on 17th of April. Election Commission is taking all necessary steps to ensure free and fair elections. Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti seeks time-bound inquiry into Handwara firing incident, assures safety of protesting NIT students of Kashmir, also calls on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. A major earthquake measuring 6.8 on Richter scale hits Indo-Myanmar region. Last evening, strong tremors felt in Shillong, Guwahati, Patna and Kolkata. No loss of life or property reported so far. In a big blow to BCCI, Bombay High Court orders shifting of all IPL matches scheduled en route at Maharashtra after 30th of April to other states. BCCI will have to find new venues for the 13 matches, including IPL finals, scheduled across Mumbai, Pune and Nagpur. Union Cabinet, chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi yesterday, gave its nod for signing of an MOU with the United Arab Emirates on cooperation in preventing and combating of human trafficking. The MOU will strengthen cooperation to prevent all forms of human trafficking, especially of women and children, and ensure speedy investigation and prosecution of traffickers and organized crime syndicates in either country, an official release said. India asked its acting High Commissioner in Islamabad to seek earliest possible transportation of mortal remains of Kirpal Singh, who died under mysterious circumstances in Pakistan on 11th of April. Indian envoy also to seek official information on cause of death of Kirpal Singh. Minister of State for Home Affairs Kiren Rijiju will inaugurate the National Workshop on an integrated approach to fire safety in New Delhi today on the occasion of the Fire Services Day. The day-long workshop is being held to deliberate upon the integrated approaches to fire safety. The theme of this year's Fire Services Day is Prevent Fire Accident, Promote Nation's Development. Supreme Court has agreed to hear petitions seeking registration of fresh FIR by CBI against Mayawati in disproportionate assets case. Attorney General for CBI has said no material for registration of FIR against Mayawati in DA case. Russia and China have pushed for measures at United Nations to monitor extremist groups fighting in Syria, warning of a clear and present threat that they could stage chemical attacks, possibly in Europe. Both the countries presented a draft Security Council resolution that calls on all countries, in particular those neighboring Syria such as Turkey and Iraq, to report any move by armed groups to acquire or produce chemical weapons. Talks to end Syria's brutal 5-year conflict resumes in Geneva, but were clouded by a surge of violence threatening a fragile truce on the ground. Adding to the tensions, parliamentary elections were held in Syria, during which people voted in government-controlled areas. The elections are not recognized by the United Nations or by President Bashar al-Assad's main opponents. Heavy rain following severe storm flooded the streets of Saudi capital Riyadh yesterday, causing long traffic jams and shutting schools and businesses in the kingdom. Riyadh, a desert city in the center of the country, rarely experiences rainfall. The rare storm on Tuesday sparked heavy rains which pounded the city for several hours. In Aslan Shah Cup hockey tournament, India slips to third position after losing to New Zealand 2-1 in the round-robin match yesterday, pitted in a must-win situation against host Malaysia on Friday to enter the finals.